إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.
بس نشرب هيك رقيقة لازم تكون قاسية تبقى
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني. Again, we're continuing same subject, which hopefully it's really interesting to you. The plan today was to travel, right? We're supposed to go to Mercury and Venus. We're not going to do that. Couldn't get any reservation for the trip.
I have one.
So we're going to stick around our Earth, and we'll see things about our Earth. We'll know more about it. And I have been probably troubling you with giving you a whole bunch of numbers and stuff like that. Those were actually food for thoughts for your brain. Okay. Now today we're going to talk about some food for your heart. For your heart. Okay. So it has numbers also. Okay. And it has new things which we didn't know, which the scientists discovered recently. They think that you just had a big breakthrough, okay? But actually, those are already there. God talked about them. God mentioned them in our Quran. If we really scrutinize what is in the Quran, you're gonna find them, they are there, okay? So, what the scientists are actually discovering, just confirmation to what actually in the Quran, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm saying is gonna be a spiritual talk, okay? Bashmondis asked me about the difference between the planets and the stars. Okay, so we're gonna cover that just briefly. Okay, so the agenda for today, what we're gonna be talking today. Okay, we're gonna talk about the planets and the stars. Okay, we talked enough about the Earth, but we will look up beyond the Earth. We just want to look at the sky. So, a look to the sky. The sky which is surrounding us. This is the agenda, okay? And then we're going to talk about the Earth atmosphere. And then we're going to talk about the colors in the sky, colors. And hopefully I can cover all of those today, okay? So, we see stars, first topic. We see stars glittering, shining, okay, far away. What you actually seeing is not really one star. It's billions of stars. But because they are really very far away, far away, you think they agglomerate, they come together. You think it's only one star. So first thing, you see the star, right? Because it's glittering, okay? And what they say in the song, twinkle, twinkle, little star, oh, what wonder what you are. Okay, so it's twinkling, okay, there's light. So the stars has light. The stars actually being composed from the whole bunch of smoke in the sky. Lots, and we're going to talk about that. Okay? And the Quran talked about that. Allah talked about that. Okay? So, they actually form from reactions in the smoke forming the sky, the stars. So first thing is the stars are made up from gases, hot gases, okay, and produces light. So now, this is the stars. The planets are dark. They are dark. Mercury, Venus, Neptune, all of those things are dark, but you can see some colors in there. Those are reflection of the sunlight to them. But themselves, they are really dark. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, planets are always moving. Rotate around the sun. They rotate. Stars are stationary. They are in fixed position. You don't move. Okay? What? That's we're gonna save the questions till I'm done. Okay? Please. So we can give me my 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Okay? Remember the question and I will be happy to do that. Okay? That's why the stars, God made the stars for us to be guide for us when you're traveling. People using the stars when they are traveling. They didn't know compasses and stuff like that, GPS at that time. Okay, in the middle of the desert, there's nothing else except the skies and the stars. I am, please don't interrupt me, please, please, please. Okay, I am coming to all of that stuff. All the additions, I welcome all the additions after we're done. Okay, so people using the stars to guide them for praying, times of prayers, okay, and also while they are traveling. And God said that. وَعَلَمَاتٍ وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ. Okay, so that's Surah Al-Nahl. So, meaning that God said those are signs for the people to guide them. Okay? He said also, وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمُ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ وَالنُّجُومُ مُسَخَّرَاتٌ بِأَمْرِهِ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ. That God made all those night and day and sun and moon and stars, they are all subservient, okay, by his orders. He told them, you do be this and this way and be in here and stuff like that, okay? Everything is under his own control. For only, God is talking to people who are having brains, who can really think and say why and so on. So this is discovery, and here is the Quran actually witnessing that stuff. Okay. The other thing is the planets are closer to us than the stars. Closer than stars. Stars are far away, planets are closer. When we say closer, okay, we're talking about what? I mean, it's not miles, I mean, we're talking about millions of miles closer, okay? So those are the main things, okay? And that's all the major thing in here, just you should really know that the stars is enlightened, produces light, the planet is dark, okay? So that takes care of the first item. Okay? The second item in our agenda, التأمل في السماء. Let's take a quick look to what's in our seen sky, what we see in the sky. Of course, skies are several levels and stuff like that, but we see one level, okay? And beyond that, God knows whole bunch of things which we don't really know much about, okay? Okay. And Abi Dharr, he mentioned that he heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, Rasulullah says, Inni ara ma la tarun. He said, I see, that's Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. He said, I see things, you don't see it. Okay? Attat as-sama'. The sky really deflected. You see, And instead of just being like straight like that, it became, oh, there is deflection. Oh, it's not really flat. قطت. You know, like when you have a sheet of wood, okay, and you put too much weight on it, it just deflects, you know, that's it, okay. قطت السماء وحق لها أن تقط, and it's supposed to be deflected. Why? ما فيها موضع 4 أصابع. There is no 4 inches or 2 inches in the sky, except, and where you can find an angel, either راكعا أو ساجدا أو قائما لله عز وجل. So it's really full of angels, not spaced by maybe four fingers, 2 inches. You're talking about 2 inches, you know, between inches. All what they're doing is one standing up, praying for God, or raka, or sajid. This is the angels spending all their life doing that, okay? And we are here on the sun. Wish we can be same like that, you know, but we cannot do that. Okay? So that's the first thing. Okay, so there is malaika, angels everywhere. Okay, and the sama couldn't really bear them up, so it really deflects because of that. Okay. Also, there is they noticed that the scientists, they discovered that there was in the sky itself. Okay, there are a whole bunch of great amount of smoke. Smoke, huge. You want to know how much they are? The width of the layer of smoke, the width, it's about 200 light years.
Oh, subhanallah.
Okay. We know light year. Light year is what? Is it time or distance?
Takes one. The lights.
Huh?
Distance per time.
It's the distance in kilometer, right? When I say light years, it means, which is the definition is the distance that the light will take to travel in 1 year. Okay, you know, just to give you an idea about how long is 1 light year. 1 light year is about light year, just in distance. Okay, is about 10 to the power 13. 10 trillion kilometers. That's 1 light year. And the smoke has a width of 200 light years. Okay? The second thing is, in here, how far that layer of smoke. It's far from us, about 900 light years. From us. So there is a big layer of smoke. And God talked about that. The scientists discovered that recently. But they are really there. Millions of years. God created all of that stuff. Okay? And God says in verifying that, I hate to say verifying, God says as a true fact, we are the one who are verifying. God does not verify. God creates, and we are trying to verify what God has created. Okay. ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان. God really stayed on, or he embarked on the sky when it's really smoke. Okay. فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها. And then he talked to, when he's on his throne in the smoke, he talked to the earth and sky and told them, okay, come whether you really like it or not. And the السماء والأرض قالتا أتينا طائعين. Then they said, no, we're coming willingly. We can submissive ourselves. okay, to you. Okay, so that's a surah فصلت verse number 11. ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طائعين. سبحان الله. طائعين. And we are unfortunately not طائعين. السماء والأرض are really submissive to Allah, and unfortunately a whole bunch of us were not that submissive. Okay. We will try, we are doing our best. And also, as I mentioned before, that this layer of smoke, that's where the stars are formed. They are formed from this one here. And God says, وَالشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ وَالنُّجُومُ مُسَخَّرَاتٍ بِأَمْرِهِ أَلَا لَهُ الْخَلْقُ وَالْأَمْرُ تَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Okay, so that's again, God emphasized that Al-Ardu, Al-Shams wal-Qamar wal-Nujum, sun, moon, and stars are really submissive to His orders, okay? And Tabarakallahu Rabbil Alameen. We just praise for Allah that He is the greatest. Okay? All right. So this is as far as the looking at the sky. So we finish the second item. So you can see now, today, at least this muhadra is about, we're giving facts, and we supplement it with what is in the Quran, which has been said years and years and years, millions of years before. Okay? The third item is al-ghilaf al-gawi. That's what we call al-ghilaf al-gawi. Okay? Al-ghilaf al-gawi is just a layer of gases surrounding the earth. Okay? So it's also known, or AKA, I'll explain to you what's AKA. That's what we call it, the air. People say air around us. AKA means also known as. Okay, also known as, okay? So it's actually layers of gases around us, okay? Staying around us because of the gravity of the earth. And this is actually consisting or forms the earth atmosphere. Okay? The mass of this one, the mass, I said it's a layer of gases. The mass of this one is about 5 times, about. I would only say exact numbers, that's why I put this sign means about. Okay? 5 times 10 to the power 18 kilogram. Okay, so if you can collect all of it and put it on a scale, it's gonna weigh that. Okay, this is like 5 quadrillion ton. 1 ton is about 1,000 kilogram. Okay, so it's gonna be 5 times 10 to the power 15 ton, and 10 to the power 15, we call it quadrillion. The 10 to the power 15 is quadrillion, so it's a 5 quadrillion. Okay? Okay. What's it there? This one, it's not really one layer. Again, that's from the greatness of Allah. It's several layers. Okay? There are actually 5 layers. Okay, I don't know whether we have time to say that. Okay, I mean if we have this is the Earth's surface. Okay, the first layer above us is called, this layer is called troposphere. Okay, it's about 10 kilometers from the surface of Earth. So I'm going this way. How far are we from the surface of Earth? So this is altitude. Going up. Okay? The second layer at about 50 kilometers. So this 50 kilometers here. Okay? This layer here is called the stratosphere. Layer after that, it's at 85 kilometers. Okay, it's called mesospheres. And then another layer at 500 kilometers. It's called thermosphere. How many layers are so far?
4.
So there are really 4. Above 500, this is outer space. Really, okay? And outer space above that here, this is outer space. And the people called it exosphere. Okay, and mainly, okay, this is mainly consisting of helium and hydrogen. The layer above 500 kilometers. Okay. Our aeroplane, which we know, okay, they really fly in this range here, in the stratosphere. This is our, you know, our airplane within 50 kilometers from Earth. Okay, so this the jetliners which we fly is within this one here. Okay, why? This is more stable. It's more stable than any other layer. Okay, and the space shuttle. This guy. Okay, okay, he or she or they. Okay, they really were orbiting in the thermosphere. This is where the space shuttle is. So the space shuttle actually, you know, about 100 kilometers from the Earth. So it's not really going to deep space. They are orbiting low altitude around the Earth, not really very far. Okay, and the temperatures within each one is varying, and going from sub-zero temperature to a high temperature and stuff like that. I don't want to really bother you with all of this. So these are the layers of the Earth atmosphere. Okay, why God created the Earth atmosphere with those layers? It has wisdom. It really protects the human being from a niazic. Okay, so it's all of those things here, actually protection from meteorites, okay? A niazic. Oh, can you imagine the niazic if it hits the Earth? Oh, it can cause major damage. And it happened. It happened. Years ago, I don't know how many, there was one. They spotted, not the Isaac, they spotted the damage in Isaac, hit the Earth in Arizona. Okay? And that was really a big piece of iron and nickel. Okay? And that big piece was about 150 feet wide. Hadid. It hit the ground somewhere in Sahara, Arizona, okay, and impacted. It was going to hit that was speed was about 26 miles per hour. Is that?
No, 26.
26,000 miles per hour. See how the Isaac is? Okay? And so this is actually, God created that to protect us from this. And I think there is also something about the shayateen cannot, if the shayateen, the Satans, you know, and those little guys cannot penetrate this one. And if one of them is really penetrating, يتبعه شهاب ثاقب, okay, and he can catch it. So it's really protection for us.
You will talk about it.
So this is again greatness of Allah, okay? And Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا وَهُمْ عَنْ آيَاتِهَا مُعْرِضُونَ. So God said that we made the sky is like a protecting roof above us. Okay? But unfortunately, we are debating that and we are heedless about that. وهم عن آياتها معرضون. They don't really know the value of this one. They are astray from knowing all of that stuff. Okay? Okay, the last thing now, just give me 4 or 5 minutes and I'm gonna be done. Okay, the last thing in our agenda now is we're talking about the colors in the sky. Have you ever wondered how beautiful the sky looks like, the color? Couldn't God make it like in daytime is white and in nighttime is black? Just black. Oh God, that's gonna hurt your eyes. Okay? But بديع السماوات والأرض. See the color. Beautiful color. يجذب العين. It's comfortable to your eyes. It doesn't really hurt your eyes. Beautiful. Light blue. Nice. And it's not only light blue. It also changes color with the sunrise and the sunset, you know, and stuff like that. So this is the beauty. It's called Subhanallah. So you can imagine this is the beauty of the scene you see. So that makes you, how about the creator of that great things? Subhanallah. Tabaraka ahsan al-khaliqin. Right? That's the بديع السماوات والأرض. Okay? So it's a beautiful colors, first of all. Not only beautiful, and also comforting colors. Comforting colors to your eyes. To the eyes, right? Okay? And God says in about that, أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج. Okay? God says, you guys, don't you ever think about how we build the skies, how we decorate it, put stars and put planets and put all of that stuff and put beautiful colors in it. Okay? وزيناها وما لها من فروج. There's no defects, no flaws in it, no flaws. Perfect. Okay, and he said in Surah Tabarak again, just emphasizing this fact. الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم أرجع البصر again مرتين كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. So God emphasizes that. He said, this is my creation. No flaws, no defects, no imperfections in the sky. Okay, look. Do you see any imperfections?
And look again.
Oh, and if you don't see, if you didn't believe your eyes first time, look again. Okay. Can you see anything? No, we can see. So ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. So actually your sight will tell you, oh, you are wrong. There is nothing I can see any defects in that. Subhanallah ta'ala. تبارك أحسن الخالقين. And the last آية بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. That's what's great, the power of Allah. If you want something, all what He can do. Kun. Just 2 letters. Right away.
B, that's it.
B. Okay. And I'm gonna end up my talk today with one verse. Okay, one verse about what we talked about in here. Okay. سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق أولم يكفي بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد. That's Surah فصلت, verse 53. Okay, and what's the meaning of this one? God says, okay, we will show the human being all the signs and witnesses, okay, in the universe and in themselves, so that they will realize that this is the truth. This is what we created. This is the truth. And Prophet Muhammad saw things like that during the Isra and Mi'raj. Okay, and this is also, we are addressed to this one too. Okay, أولم يكفي بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد. Don't you think that's enough that God is really the truth? God really created everything with truth and wisdom. Okay, I am done. Okay, and I open the floor for any discussion.
Jazakallah.
Very nice.
It's beautiful today.
Today was very impressive.
Jazakallah khair.
So you're ready.
Anybody has any? Yeah. Fadl Bashmans.
Oh, you mentioned scientists discovered, talking about the stars consist of gas.
Yes.
How about the planets is consist of what? Is it like the Earth, like
The
rocks?
planets, when we talk about we talk so far about the Earth.
Right.
We know the crust of the Earth, and
Right.
we know how many layers, and we know iron in the core of the Earth. And that's what brings the gravity to the Earth. When we talked about Mars and Mercury and Jupiter and all of that stuff, some of them are really icy, some of them are really rocks. Okay, so we'll talk about that.
طيب, I have a question, Doctor.
Yes.
We talk about the stars, and you said the stars, that Allah made them out of smoke, right?
Yes. Reaction in the smoke.
Reaction
forming
in the smoke.
Stars and
Yes.
In
Allah,
midnight.
Allah swears in the Quran by the spots of Nujum, the stars.
yes.
And they said, فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَوَاقِعِ النُّجُوم وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ. I need to know what is مواقع النجوم.
مواقع النجوم, because we said.
Because I read some tafsir, but I need to know as a science.
To my humble understanding, مواقع النجوم, because I said that نجوم are stationary, fixed in certain place.
Yes.
Certain place.
Yeah.
So he's swearing with this and this and this. He didn't say I swear مواقع planets. Okay,
No.
planets keep on rotating.
I read مواقع النجوم, the spot of the najm. Whatever we see, it is not the real star. It is the spot of the star.
Correct. Because.
This is exactly what I read.
Yes. What, by the time, when you see some star,
Yeah.
okay, once you see it, it's gone. Because it's so far and the light comes into us very fast. So by the moment you see it, it's no longer there.
Exactly.
But it is, to our eyes, it's no longer there.
Yes.
But in the universe, it's there. It's fixed in the universe. But from seeing it while we are standing on the earth, okay,
Yes.
it's supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be gone.
Yes.
But it's already there.
We see the light.
We see the light of it. Yes.
MashaAllah, question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why we see the airplanes white?
Why we see the airplanes white? That's a good question. I don't really know why. Because they paint them white.
I know. I think it's the color of gases that are surrounding the
Could
Earth.
be.
It's white color. That's why you see the airplane when they go like 10, 15 kilometers
لما كان
and
بسافر
everything,
سابقا
and you
كان
see nothing but white. And even the airplane, they are
Could be,
different colors.
could be one of those layers which I mentioned. Okay. Maybe it has some kind of atmosphere,
Qasim has a question.
Qasim has a question.
cloud,
Qasim.
white.
قاسم
Could be. I really don't know.
Guys, Qasim has a question.
Qasim doesn't believe in all of
No,
that.
no. I'm just asking that you mentioned, doctor, there's 4 or 5 layers.
Four layers.
4 layers, and all the layers have the name.
Yes.
This name choose by the human, right? Okay, is that any meaning of the layers in a Quran? What the meaning of that layers?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't really know, I don't really think so. Okay. This is the names given by the human being. Human, of course. Being.
And after how many layers, the Jannah or the whatever we are thinking about that?
Huh?
After how many? But these layers are not Jannah. We are going to.
Oh, the jump is way far away.
That's why I say. That's why I say.
Yeah. We're talking about after 500 kilometers, you are in the deep space. Deep space. And there is something called Karman's line. Okay, Karman's line is about 100 kilometers. Above kilometers, you are in space. You already left the
Doctor,
environment.
space means there is no gravity, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
It's after the
the
50
farther you go,
outer
the
space.
farther you go, the gravity getting less and less and less.
Until you go
And
up
space,
above the farm.
zero gravity. And the Karman line is about a boundary. Okay? After the 100 kilometers, okay, it's a space, okay? And that's where you can call yourself astronaut. So if the astronauts are going beyond 100 kilometers, or the human being go beyond 100 kilometers, is called astronauts.
Hassan is asking for
Astronauts,
city
okay,
question,
that's-
doctor. Where is Calcutta from? This?
Calcutta is not even mentioned anywhere, even now.
Where is the Calcutta?
Must be, okay.
There must be.
Yes.
I heard some opinions that all the planets and galaxies and the big space what we can't see, it is not even, it is within the boundary of the first heaven. We have not even discovered where the first heaven ends.
Could be.
And after 7 heavens, then
So-
Jannah.
Or what he says that all of those who are talking about all those planets and stuff could be lying within the first heaven. So beyond the first heaven, another miracles are existing,
That's why
or
Allah-
not being discovered yet. Could be.
And all
Could be.
heavens is like a pebble in the sand compared
Oh
to
yeah,
the
we
next
said
heaven.
that the first.
You know, that's why Allah, when He talked about the journey of Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم to the sky, He said, لقد رأى من آيات ربه الكبرى. الكبرى. يعني الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, he saw too many things people will never even discover it before until the day of judgment. الكبرى. He saw the great signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said he saw these planets and he saw all of this. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Is the same layer, there's all Ambiya or the, prophet. there.
This is the heavens.
That's in the
classified.
heaven. That's heaven.
This is
way
the
far,
heavens.
way far,
For,
way far.
for this.
Dr. Ibrahim is talking about what's around surrounding the earth now today. This
We
is
know
not the
up to
sky.
maybe 200 kilometers.
وقسم
from us.
بالله.
But again, to go to your, again to go to Shafa'at's comment. One talking. To go back to Shafa'at's talking, God say, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, okay, وما السماء الأولى في السماء الثانية إلا كحبة في صحراء. The size of the first sky and the second one is like a grain of sand. وما الثانية في الثالثة إلا حبة والثالثة في الرابعة والرابعة في الخامسة.
Yes.
Everyone is حب. The whole sky in the next sky is about like 1 grain of sand. So you can imagine. Okay. وما السماء السابعة في الكرسي إلا كحبة في الصحراء. وما الكرسي في العرش إلا كحبة في صحراء. وما العرش في يد الرحمن إلا كحبة في صحراء. So you can imagine the relative sizes. And we are so admired with the sun. The sun, it could be grain of sand and on other planets. There are a whole bunch of planets, tons and tons bigger than the
رب
sun.
يعبد سبحانه وتعالى.
Tons. The sun is nothing. Could be more,
بس صدق
I have a small question,
Yes.
like before. You mentioned during planet and stars,
Yes.
and you said the stars are stationary,
Yes.
but the whole universe is expanding.
Yes.
And, like the planets, also
Yes.
we know now, the stars also, they have some certain motion.
Yes.
They're moving.
Yes.
So
But
how
we are
can
also
it be
moving.
stationary?
But-
Are you talking about solar system only?
No. We're talking about everything I'm talking about is our solar system. That's what we really know.
Oh, okay.
That's all that we know.
Relatively stationary compared to planets.
Okay,
Relatively stationary.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. Okay. We said the Earth is rotating around its own axis. Its own axis. The Earth is rotating. Okay. And the Earth also is rotating around the sun. One rotation of the Earth around its own axis is 1 day. One rotation of the Earth around is 1 year. Okay. What is the speed by which the Earth rotates around its axis? Can we know that? Huh? Speed. 1,000 miles per hour. That is correct. That is correct. Okay, because if you really look at the equator, attention. Okay, this is the Earth. Okay, this is the equator. Okay, the length of the equator is, in here, is about 24,800 something miles. I'm mentioning something important. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. So 24,800 miles approximately. And if somebody is here and going with the equator and come back, it's going to take him 24 hours. So the speed of the Earth around itself is about 1,000 miles. Okay? The other one, the meridian, the other one, which is from here to here, okay, is a little bit less. It's about 24,600 something miles. That's why the Earth is not really perfect sphere. Okay? It's shorter. والأرض دحاها.
والأرض
Make
بعد
it like
ذلك دحاها.
دحاها. Make it like an egg.
أيوة.
Okay, it's not really spherical.
Yes.
Okay, the Earth is almost a sphere. There's a difference small, but it's actually in this direction is smaller than in this direction. So the Earth is, I'm gonna exaggerate, okay? The Earth is almost like that. دحاها means بيضة, means egg. Egg. الأرض دحاها. It was a sphere.
Yeah.
Press it a little bit, becomes like an egg.
Yes.
Okay, any other? I think it's enough. I think it's enough, and thank you very much for listening and understanding your questions. And please, I hope I can get this one in there.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.